The tech industry has continued to push towards getting more women into the sector globally, as the number of females in the space has always been lower than that of men. Around the world, there exists a gender gap in science and technology, with statistics from UNESCO Science Report stating that women still account for 28% of engineering graduates and 40% of graduates in computer science and informatics. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, on an average, Nigerian women make up just 22% each year. Nigeria's tech sector may be rising, but it still has a sizable gender gap, and a lot more needs to be done to improve gender diversity to encourage more women take up careers in tech. Motunrayo, founder of Womenovate, shares why we should support women building careers in tech.
Motunrayo, glad to have you on Tech Trends today.
It's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you.
All right, women in technology, what's your take?
It's exciting. It's about time. We have more women participating in technology, more for inclusion, innovation, and also the diversity that it brings. We women are at the core of the economic engine for any nation. So it's about time we take that step, and be involved, rightly so.
Yeah. So what would you say about the steps being taken at, all levels to see that this happens in reality?
Right. I mean, it's a global drive now, thanks to the UN with the SDG goals which they've developed. We see different countries trying to align to those goals. More and more is being done. We see the numbers rising, and we still have a long way to go, but surely we're seeing the differences. There are more women in leadership now. There are more women in roles that years back we wouldn't have thought of them being. So yes, it's the right way forward, and we're making progress.
Okay, so but let's drive it down, right? Talking about STEM or STEM, STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, agriculture, like you put yours. How do we drive young girls at a very early age to embrace some of these sectors?
So, like you rightly say, we start them young. Values are inculcated very early in stages of human life. So we start young, from primary education. A child should look up and say, I can be a doctor if I want to be. I can, be an aeronautic engineer if I choose to be it. So it's exposing them to that and ensuring that there's no limitation. Encouraging participation at all levels.
But looking at it, right, do you think that policy around that particular subject matter in terms of trying to encourage more girls, especially in areas where, the female gender is disadvantaged? I mean, do you think there's enough policy to drive that through?
Globally, I would say there are policies, thankfully, that have come on board, driven by women leaders that, want to make a change in that. Look at the United Nations report. We scored hopefully on that indices alone. And there's a lot more that needs to be done. Besides the policy, we're talking about the cultural aspects as well, where, there needs to be some cultural change as part of that educating and the policy on the other end. So there is much more that needs to be done in the space in Nigeria. We are beginning to, but we can do better.
Okay, so share with us, based on your experience as a founder, how you're trying to use your startup to drive inclusion.
Right, so Womenovate really is, it's all about, closing the gaps and taking away the barriers. Womenovate is simply an online platform for STEM women to grow successful careers and, businesses. So basically we're saying normalize everything I am a tech woman here in this side of the world. That doesn't make me less than someone in America or in the UK. So basically open our women more to opportunities.
So as a startup founder, what would you say are some of your biggest challenges in this space?
Well, for me, our module to start with is bootstrapping. Basically because we want to prove the concept, okay? We want to prove the concept. Over this journey, we've had people saying, okay, run as an NGO. No, we're gonna show that you can generate revenue and run a sustainable business. So we are starting off bootstrapping. We are very big on partnerships. So is that partnership that is even more key to us than anything. It's the core of what Womenovate does. And it's the mark of the milestone within our strategy.
So I mean, if you look at what you're doing now, how many women do you hope to touch, and how many women? Because I'm very also particular to see that we get more women to, you know, move to any of the STEM areas, right? So how many women are you looking to touch during the course of building your startup?
Oh well, in terms of our growth plan, our target is by Q2 2022, with the drive and the plan in place, we plan to have 100,000 plus women on our platform. So beyond, we will be growing a community as well, a community to showcase us as a woman, and beyond the learning side of things, we also want to be set right to say, okay, in Africa, if we want to look at, you know, genderless investment, our platform is where to look, because we have both professionals and business owners on our platform. So rightly, by mid next year, we should have 100,000 plus by Q2 2022.
Okay, interesting, Motunrayo. Do you think that young girls have enough role models in this space that they can look up to in the whole STEM area? You know, what is your take?
Right. Yes. Surprisingly, there are lots of women leaders out there. And that is one of the things that Womenovate also sets to do, to showcase these role models, these leaders for young girls to look up to. The spotlight has just not been on them, or they haven't had the opportunity to really be out there. But now on this platform, one of the things we're looking to do in driving our strategy is have women in leadership roles, called professionals in the STEM roles, to give annual talks, regular talks, and be up there that, you know, girls and women generally can look up to. We could do with a lot more role models, definitely. There are a lot more in the making, and there are a lot that are there, they just need to be showcased more. And we need the opportunity and the ability to do that.
Finally, Motunrayo, what would be your comments to women who may be watching this show, and, you know, their daughters want to be, you know, engineers or coders, or, you know, they want to be in the space? What would your advice be?
I would say the sky is your limit. You can aim to be whatever you choose to. No, don't place limitation on yourself. The sky, dream it, think it, and be it. The sky is your limit. The opportunities are there. Entrepreneurs like myself and other women are, you know, paving the way and making those opportunities available, creating awareness to say that the girl child can be whatever she wants to be. She can be a doctor, she can be an aeronautic engineer, she can choose to be whatever she wants to be. So the sky is your limit. Dream high.
Dream big.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being on the show today. I wish you all the best as you continue building. Thank you.
Thank you, CFA. Thanks for giving this opportunity. It's a pleasure.